Hello, my name is Derrick Harcey, and I'm the Chief Architect at Securonix, and I'm here to talk a little bit about our SaaS service. I have a team of people that supports building and maintaining our SaaS infrastructure. And just like you've heard about all the innovative features that we are delivering for our customers to take advantage of from the previous speakers, my team is responsible for ensuring that we continue to drive innovation and improvements around how we deliver our core SaaS services. I'll talk to you a little bit about some of the new enhanced features that we've been delivering and give you a sense of how we're very focused on ensuring that we can deliver services not just that provide the security features you need, but in a way that you can consume to drive value within your organization. So with that, we really have a vision around how we provide our SaaS service for our customers, and the vision involves making sure that we give you a service to manage your security incidents in a seamless way where we manage the infrastructure. Building a security service of this nature, it takes time and effort and expertise, and we want to provide that expertise so you can focus on the core value of the security itself. Now, Securonix as a company has been around for a decade. We started as an innovator in providing behavioral analytics and machine learning around security threat detection. So 6 years ago, we developed a solution for ensuring that we could provide all aspects of long-term log retention and compliance and next-generation SIM services. Now, providing that foundational element was based on an architecture that fundamentally was very innovative by making sure that we are doing real-time threat detection in all times. So we're using streaming services and big data technologies and following best practices. The entire platform is innovated from the ground up on those technologies. And likewise, we early identified that we needed to provide a service to our customers, not just for on-premise deployments and big data, but also as a SaaS service offering for the customers that didn't have the expertise to spin up a big data infrastructure. So for over 4 years, we've been delivering SaaS services to our customers. And now we're at a state of maturity that allows us to have a global presence. We have customers on every continent except Antarctica, literally, and we're providing a global data centers that provide service to our customers. I'm going to talk a little bit about some of the ways in which we deliver our services in innovative ways for customers to consume them, but we also have a suite of compliance certifications with our platform and how we deliver services to meet our customers' regulatory requirements. Everything up to including, secret clearance in the government is in process and being deployed within our customer environments. Now, the core product functionality sits on top of this global SaaS delivery platform. So for over 4 years, we've been innovating in the cloud with how we deliver our service. It's very important that it's easy for our customers to consume this service in flexible ways. Now, we have been delivering disaster recovery, but I want to talk a little bit about an enhanced disaster recovery offering as part of this deployment. We also are leveraging best practices for how cloud services are built and maintained across geographic regions. So we are delivering many features that allow us to ensure that the data is stored and retained per your requirements in a flexible way. I'll talk a little bit about that. In addition to that, we have flexible security options for you to leverage your existing authentication services, your SAML Federation providers, as well as we're providing options for multi-factor authentication to secure the environment for our customers. Now, in terms of the service itself, we are now at a major new milestone in that our entire cloud service has been modernized. Not only have we delivered a SaaS service for over 4 years, but we've gone through a major modernization effort as part of the Jupiter launch. And that includes taking advantage of many cloud-native services and optimizing how we perform auto-scaling within the environments. Now, auto-scaling is very important because we notice that our customers have typically ingestion of large quantities of events, and there can be peaks in those workloads. And sometimes the average peaks might be in the 20 to 50% range, but in some customer cases, in unusual situations, we might see a 2 to 3x peak in the workloads. So we literally have a global SaaS deployment with millions of events per second, many terabytes of data coming in on a continuous basis, and we're storing petabytes of data within our cloud that we're providing to our customers. As part of this overall service, we're continuously ensuring that we can bring customers onto our platform in a rapid manner, as well as ensure that everything that we deploy is fully automated and modernized in all aspects of the infrastructure. So when we provide the service to a customer, we've always provided multiple flexible deployment options. And those flexible deployment options allow you as a customer to choose how you want to consume our service. And we've just announced a new deployment option, which is called Bring Your Own Cloud. Traditionally, the options that we've provided are listed on the left. We have the standard deployment option where a customer can deploy the service in our cloud environment. We take advantage of economies of scale, but every customer has unique messaging, unique analytics, and unique persistence of their data set. We are taking advantage of shared compute infrastructure, shared infrastructure, but every piece of data that flows through the system is completely specific to that customer. In addition to that, we have customers that want to have additional compliance regulations be configured in their environment. We have dedicated customer deployment environments. And those dedicated environments have additional options that can be configured based on the customer requirements. This allows us to ensure that all aspects of the infrastructure, all workloads are completely unique for a customer and never shared. There's never any possibility of any type of resource contention. So I'll talk a little bit about some of the unique services in a dedicated environment, but it also allows customers flexibility on how they configure both the access security and the data at rest security within that environment. And finally, we've been offering the Managed Services Security Provider Deployment Model, or MSSP, that allows our partners who have customers to manage a multi-tenant infrastructure for a deployment within our SaaS service. What's new about the Bring Your Own Cloud option that is now available is that a customer now can retain stewardship of their data, where the ingestion, processing, analytics, data storage is stored within the customer's AWS account. This allows a customer to fully maintain ownership and control at all times while we bring the analytics to the data. We still provide a completely managed service around how we deliver the Bring Your Own Cloud deployment. The deployment features that we heard about earlier in terms of the advanced options that are available for the customers remain the same. We simply deploy and manage the environment in a way that allows you to have control over the core infrastructure and billing services and discount rates that you're able to maintain with Amazon. So in addition to that, we have provided additional options for customers in how they access their data. Rather than a one-size-fits-all approach to bringing data into the environment and storing the data for a period of time, we have online data and offline data. Traditionally, there's been buckets of time that we can retain online data and retain offline data. What we're now doing with our customers is allowing them to select which data sources they want to retain for which time frames on a very granular level rather than having a one-size-fits-all approach. And we also have a very flexible hydration model where we can bring data back online during a security investigation from cold storage that doesn't normally need to be online. During a security investigation, make it available for you in a very flexible way with different classes of service on the recovery time and access approach to getting your data at your desired time frames. In addition to that, we now have optional premium search services where we can accelerate the performance of accessing certain data sets. Traditionally, for the last 4 years, we've been providing near-term search acceleration, and then the online data searches is slightly slower, but it allows us to control the near-term search experience, whether that period be 7 days or 30 days for all of your data sets. Now, in order to provide the best value for our customers by providing a cost-effective solution, many of our customers have data sets that they don't need premium or accelerated search for. So we now are offering flexible control over which data sets and which time range you want to provide accelerated search for, and give you exactly the experience you need, rather than having a one-size-fits-all approach to search acceleration. In addition to that, for customers that want to maintain their own control over how data is stored and encrypted within our environment, we've always provided data in transit security and data at rest encryption. And now we have an option for customers to bring their own encryption key and allow the customers to define how the keys are not only stored and rotated for encryption of all the data within the environment, but also have the ability to break the glass, take away access to the environment in the event that there's a breach or other issue that would allow the customer to have direct control. Of course, we provide that as a managed service, but some customers require direct control over how the encryption process is managed, and we provide that now as a service. When we do that, we have a couple of different deployment alternatives for how it's physically done. Now, within the Securonix service, we also provide multiple different and enhanced network access alternatives. Now, we talked a little bit about the remote ingestion node and the ability for us to manage the remote ingestion node and update the remote ingestion node or the collection device that lives within your data center remotely. We've provided that as a service, and now we have advanced monitoring and management and control over that ingestion process, where we can allow you to do things like pause your ingestion, restart your ingestion, as well as monitor the health of not just the process, but the file systems, ensure that disk is not filling up, and so on, to take proactive measures in managing that collection device. But in addition to that, we've now moved to a static network configuration, or a simplified network configuration, for customers that need to send data from their on-premise data centers to the cloud environment. Rather than have a dynamic pool of addresses that they're sending data to, we now have a static pool of addresses that doesn't change. So when you enter your whitelist firewall rules for bringing data from your on-premise environments into the cloud, it remains consistent for the life of your customer experience. So again, greatly simplified network configuration to ensure that you can bring data into our platform for both your production and your disaster recovery ingestion requirements. In addition to that, we have rolled out additional network access options for our customers. We've always provided a very secure delivery option for our SaaS service over the public internet. We handle all aspects of the security of the service and the ingestion process so that the environment is secure, but we also now have options for both a hybrid private network access model and a full private access model within our cloud environments. And this allows you as a customer to provide a site-to-site VPN between your on-premise or cloud data sources and our cloud service, while customers can still access the environment from their browser over the public internet or from your on-premise environments. We've always allowed the ability to whitelist and protect only network access to your application from your deployment network environment. But we also now are offering the ability to do full site-to-site VPN for all access, including your customer access. For deployment environments that are highly secure, like government security deployment requirements like FedRAMP and GovCloud, that obviously is a very important part of the deployment. We also have many other customers that are in the financial services and other industries that require that level of advanced network access security within their deployment. So finally, I want to talk a little bit about our disaster recovery services that are part of our cloud deployment environment. And we've always provided an inherent and included part of the service, a disaster recovery process that is a cold disaster recovery infrastructure. What that means is that when there is a disaster that's declared, we have a business continuity process that we follow to declare a disaster. And in the event that it dictates a failover is required, we go through our disaster recovery process and we restore a new environment from backup at the DR site. And we have a 24-hour recovery point objective and a 24-hour recovery time objective. And that allows us to bring up an environment and continue ingestion and processing at the DR site seamlessly for the customer after that startup period. Now that startup period obviously is included in all of our customers' licensing agreements. We've noticed many of our customers, because of their compliance requirements and the sensitivity of the deployment and the security services that we're providing, require a more advanced or premium disaster recovery service. So what we have announced is a premium disaster recovery service as part of this launch event. And this premium disaster recovery service has a warm standby site that's continuously synchronized with production for all the critical data sets. So we don't have to go through a startup process where we're restoring during a period of time. We do have a process that we still need to follow to declare a disaster and initiate a switchover from a disaster recovery perspective, but now we have the ability to define a service level agreement for that disaster recovery failover that's much tighter. Both the RPO and RTO are now negotiable within a 15-minute to 2-hour time range. That allows a customer to choose the importance of their disaster recovery service and have a multi-region deployment that we have a warm standby site ready to be activated at any time. Again, this is providing additional options that our customers have asked for in a way that allows us to provide these services globally to all of our customers for consistency. With this, we're very excited to continue the journey going forward and continue to innovate and improve how we deliver our SaaS service. I'd now like to turn over the control to another customer testimonial, and then we'll see a demonstration of our product. Thank you.